GO Transit is the Greater Toronto Area's regional transit service. It connects city to city and moves hundreds of thousands of people a day. So, in this video, I'm going over all of the ins and outs of the GO Transit network, explaining all the lines, bus routes, major destinations, and more. By the end of this, you'll know just about everything one would ever need to know about GO Transit. Starting off, let's go over the most basic details of GO Transit. As I mentioned, GO Transit is the original rail and bus service in the GTA. But what kind of trips can you make on the system? Well, there's a pretty clear answer. The GO trains primarily serve one type of trip, to get people from the suburbs of Toronto into downtown, where all the lines terminate at Toronto's Union Station. Want to go from Oakville to downtown Toronto? Get on the Lakeshore West Line. Want to go from Newmarket to downtown Toronto? Take the Barrie Line. But what if I'm not going to downtown Toronto? Well, that's where the buses come into play. If I wanted to go from, say, Mississauga to Vaughan, I could take the Lakeshore West and Barrie lines, but that takes an absurd amount of time and is very impractical. I could instead simply take the 47, that runs from Hamilton to Vaughan, and I'm there much quicker. Want to go from Pickering to Richmond Hill? Take the 41. Want to go from Oakville to Markham? Take the 56. Now you might be wondering, what cities and towns are served by GO Transit? Well, here's a definitive list. Toronto, Durham region, which is Pickering, Ajax, Whitby, and Oshawa. York region, that being Vaughan, Markham, Richmond Hill, Aurora, and Newmarket. Mississauga, Brampton, Oakville, Burlington, Hamilton, Bradford, Barrie, Georgetown, Acton, Kitchener, Peterborough, Niagara Falls, Brantford, Milton, Keswick, Uxbridge, Bolton, Orangeville, and St. Catharines. So now that I've gone over the basics and what area of the GTA you can get to, things get a little complicated as we talk about the service on the GO trains. Service on the 7 GO trains changes drastically depending if it's rush hour or not. So let's start with the simplest, the Lakeshore East Line. The Lakeshore East Line has all-day, two-way service between Union and Oshawa from about 5 a.m. to about 1 a.m. During rush hour, the peak direction will see trains every 15 minutes, but if it's not rush hour or you're going counter-peak direction, it drops every half hour. Unlike all other lines, as long as it's running, it will go the full extent of the line. Next, the Lakeshore West Line. The Lakeshore West Line provides all-day, two-way service between Union Station and West Harbour GO in Hamilton. Just like the Lakeshore East Line, peak hour/direction is every 15 minutes, while counter-peak is half hour. During the rush hour, some trains will go to Hamilton GO Centre rather than West Harbour. Off-peak, trains will run from Union to Aldershot GO in Burlington with hourly trains to Hamilton. Next up, the Milton Line. The Milton Line provides peak hour, peak direction service between Union and Milton GO. While it's running, trains operate every 15 minutes. The Milton Line will not run on weekends and is rush hour exclusive. Next, the Richmond Hill Line. Very similar to the Milton Line, except trains are hourly and runs between Union and Bloomington GO and Richmond Hill. Next, the Barrie Line. The Barrie Line provides all-day, two-way service between Union and Allendale Waterfront and Barrie. On peak, trains will typically only run the peak direction and run trains every hour. Off-peak, trains are also running every hour, with most trains terminating at Aurora GO and the occasional off-peak train to Barrie. Unlike the Kitchener Line, which we'll get to later, the Barrie Line does have service to Allendale Waterfront on weekends. Next up, the Stouffville Line. The Stouffville Line provides all-day service between Union and Stouffville, but things are a little more complicated here. On peak, similar to the Barrie Line, trains will run peak direction every hour. Off-peak, trains will only run as far as Mountjoy GO every hour. Service to and from Stouffville is rush hour only. Lastly, the Kitchener Line. The Kitchener Line provides all-day service to Kitchener. On peak, trains run every hour from Toronto to Kitchener. But service to Kitchener is peak direction only. For example, in the morning rush hour, you can get on a train at Malton bound for Bramalea, which is the counter-peak direction, but it goes no farther than that. Off-peak, trains run hourly between Union and Mount Pleasant, and on the weekend, service to Kitchener just doesn't exist. Well, that was a lot to unpack, but now let's talk about the service on buses. Most buses operate every hour, with exceptions being routes like 41 Hamilton Pickering, 56 Oakville Oshawa, and 40 Hamilton Pickering. That run a half an hourly. Peak hours don't really change much in terms of service on the GO buses. You might see some slight improvements, but it's nothing drastic like on the GO trains. And unlike the trains, if your bus is running today, it will go the full distance of the route every time. The main thing to note about service on GO buses is that a lot of it does not run on weekends. Examples include 41 Hamilton Pickering, 56 Oakville Oshawa, 54 Highway 407 Mountjoy, and more. I mentioned that most routes are hourly with some half-hourly, but here are some routes that are less than hourly. For examples, 88 Oshawa Peterborough, 71 Uxbridge Union, 66 Highway 407 East Gwillimbury, and a few more. And I mentioned here and there that some service doesn't run on weekends, but I think it deserves its own category and a definitive list of what you can expect not to run on a weekend or a holiday. One thing to note is that holidays such as Canada Day, Labor Day, they all count as weekends and will have Saturday service. Just want to get that out there. So, starting off with the trains, the Milton Line, Richmond Hill Line, and service to Kitchener and Stouffville, and train service to Hamilton GO Centre all don't run on weekends. And for buses 41 Hamilton Pickering, 56 Oakville Oshawa, 48 Highway 407 Guelph, 66 Highway 407 East Gwillimbury, 54 Highway 407 Mountjoy, 67 Finch Keswick, 32 Finch Trinity Common, and a few more. I probably missed a few, but there's a lot of them. I think it's important to know what some of the busiest stations and hubs on GO Transit are, to have an idea of what areas on the network are the densest. Now, these are in no particular order, but to start, easily the busiest is Union Station. It serves more than 300,000 people a day, and as I mentioned, is home to all 7 GO lines. Next, Square One in Mississauga. It is home to a lot of GO bus routes, including 41 Hamilton Pickering, 47 Highway 407 Hamilton, 40 Richmond Hill Hamilton, 56 Oakville Oshawa, and more. It is also the biggest transit hub for MyWay buses going throughout the city. Next, Richmond Hill Centre. Richmond Hill Centre is mainly a bus hub in Richmond Hill, but also has Richmond Hill GO line service. Routes that serve here are similar to Square One and include 52 Highway 407 Oshawa, 54 Highway 407 Mountjoy, and 40 Hamilton Richmond Hill. It is also a critical interchange in YRT's Viva network, serving the 3 main lines. Next, we have Bramalea GO. Bramalea GO serves the Kitchener line, as well as routes like 32 Finch Bramalea, 36 York Mills Bramalea, 48 Highway 407 U of Guelph, and a few more. It is also a massive hub for Brampton Transit, and also, additionally, serves MyWay Route 51 Tompkin. Well, that's just about everything one would need to know about GO Transit. From the expansiveness of the network, to service, to hot locations, there sure is a lot to learn about GO Transit, and that will only increase as time goes forward. I hope you learned something new about GO Transit in this video, and that you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.